Hi, Instagram. It's Katie. I'm seeing a couple of requests to be in the live, but there's only one person. One person's going to get access to this Instagram live. So back in 2004, I made the video for Other Side of the World. And the director's idea was that I would be in London and this Heartbreak X would be in New York. And we're the other side of the world and we split up. That was kind of like the story of the song. Yeah, I never got to go to New York, and I definitely never met the guy in the video. And didn't know his name, didn't know where he's from, didn't know anything about him. He was in this video, and 5 years later, my memory says that we met in a bar in New York, and I recognized him, and he was standing next to me at the bar ordering a drink, and I said hello, but he didn't know who I was. Now, I've had, within like a few comments of the previous video about the story behind that, we found him very fast. And actually, Carlo runs a lot upstate New York. We are Team Sean. So his name's Sean. That's what we found out. Someone said, I know him. And I said, well, how do you know him? And he goes, he's my uncle. I was like, oh my God, we're so old now. But so this is 18 years? 2005? It was 2004, really. So we're talking 19 years. So yes, I was drunk. I don't know if he was drunk. I was definitely drunk. And so this is what's going to happen. Either it wasn't him at all, and I was standing next to a completely random person in a bar, or it was this guy, but he wasn't the guy from the video. Oh, there he is! Got him!
Wow, we're jumping right into it.
It's so awesome to see you.
I know, what a trip, man.
What a fucking trip. How crazy is this story?
I know, and here's the thing.
Okay, right, just give me a minute.
Oh, go, you tell.
I have to tell you, I've been dining out on this story for like 20 years, 15 years. So, first of all, tell everyone who you are.
Who am I?
Who you are, yeah. Your name.
Outside of your fake ex-boyfriend?
Outside of being pretend ex-boyfriend, which obviously is the most important role.
Pretend boyfriend.
There might be life beyond that.
Just a little bit. So my name is Sean Joswick, and I live in New York. I was doing like some modeling and acting at the time when we shot that video. And now I make jeans, just denim jeans.
You make them?
Yeah.
No way, wow.
Well, I'm going to tie that back into our original meeting, so.
Yeah, go for it. So what I really want to hear first as well is like, tell us about getting the call to be in that video, and what did they say? What did they ask?
Yeah, I remember I went on that audition and it was pretty mellow. I think they just wanted like they asked like some basic questions, have you give like a few general like looks or emotions like without speaking, that type of thing.
Sad.
Which I executed in that. But then the crazy thing is when they had the callback and the directors, it was two guys, right? It was two directors, super cool guys, but I almost didn't go because I was like violently ill like for 2 days before. And I remember getting the call and they were like, can you go to the Soho Grand and meet these guys? And I was like, I'm off it. I can't. But then I got it together. I went down there and like we just chit chat. We literally just sat in a booth and talked for a while, and that was it. And like, I think by the time I got home, they had called and been like, "Oh yeah, you booked the job." So
that's so crazy. And actually, like this was the perfect role for you to feel like shit.
Exactly. So
like
it was
no smiling ever.
Just melancholic. Sad.
Exactly. So I just want, does everybody, I'm just asking all the fans, like obviously recognizing the moment here where all of you will remember this video. And this is our great before and after reveal of like what we look. We're doing pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good.
Not too bad.
But that was funny when someone was like, yeah, I know him. He's my uncle. And I was like, oh my God, there's a new generation of people.
Yeah, my nephew Nick called it out and he tagged me and I was like, oh, and so you were telling the story and I was like, that's funny. I remembered something entirely different.
Okay, so tell me, because I was like, I wonder if it just wasn't you at all. And I'd got like the wrong guy in a bar.
It was me.
It was you. Okay.
It was me. And let me tell you, I had to revisit the video just so I could get myself in the headset and the time frame of that time.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years ago.
We were different people too. It's like nearly 20 years ago and our lives were probably unrecognizable.
Well, I will say, yeah, for sure. But then also, you know, to be fair, like think about it, like that video kind of like blew you up. I mean, for me anyway, like to know you, and I felt like we would just see you on TV all the time, American TV shows and talk shows, and your songs were all over the radio here. So I think for me at that time, yeah, it was a trip to meet you, especially since and I've always told that story that like we did it independently. We never met in person.
No.
So like,
to be honest, I never thought about, only until talking to you now, I never thought about the fact that when that video, every time that video was played, you were on TV as well.
Yeah, but nobody cares about me. I'm just saying that.
But you don't have people going, oh man, I saw you in this video.
No, not even my friends.
Really? But so they didn't even know?
Probably not.
Yeah, but no one made a big deal of it anyway.
No, but for you, it was a huge deal because I feel like that was kind of like a huge jump off for you, no? Like that's... It
was.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that I sort of gave the backstory that I was hammered when we met at the bar, because I was like, well, it is very possible that I remember that completely wrong. So what I remember was when I was at the bar, I saw you and it literally, I was just going, how on earth do I know this guy? And then I realized, and I just felt like you were looking at me like I was mad. Like I was just a mad bitch at some party, like trying to make weird conversation with you.
Not
at
all.
Just like basically being like completely quiet and not really saying anything.
Is that your story?
Yeah, so you tell me what you remember.
So I remember because I remember it was Dylan Fest. That was the
Dylan Fest, yeah.
That was happening, right? And they had like the bands were playing downstairs, and I came upstairs to get a drink. So it's a good chance like I had a few in me as well, as one does. And I remember being at the bar. You were with somebody, you were with a guy, maybe a record guy or a boyfriend at the time, whoever. It was you and another person for sure. And you turned to me and you said, hey, is your name Andy?
Did I?
No. Yeah. And I said, no, sorry. And you're like, but you make jeans, right? And I said, yeah. And she's like, and then you said, I'm KT. You're in my music video. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and in my brain, I'm like, wow, what a serendipitous, like, what a crazy New York moment, right? We never met. Now we're eating in this bar. And I feel like I offered to buy you a drink, perhaps. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. The offer for sure happened, but also was kind of like, all right, I don't want to be the weird guy either. International superstar. Also, you're with someone, so like,
yes,
getting a bit of the look like, all right, boss, time to wrap it up.
Well, here's the thing. This is testament to you. I remember you. I don't remember who I was with.
When you were with.
So you definitely won in that situation.
But even
so that's funny. So that sounds like I must have known who you were, but I don't know why you were called Andy. But
yeah, you asked me if my name was Andy, and I was like, no,
so
sorry.
Were you making jeans by that point?
Yeah.
So I must have known about that then.
It has to be, because it's literally the story I've always told, and I always thought it was such a great story.
Yeah.
Funny. We could both be wrong, because my dad just called me the other day, and he's like, what's this thing I hear about? And he's going back and forth. He's like, I thought you invited her to karaoke. So there's another version of the story, which I may have.
You might have. You
who doesn't like some
have. And I think, But all I remember is looking at you and you looking at me, and us just both going, like no,
yeah.
And then so I'm thinking, oh, he doesn't want to hang out, and you're going, oh, I really don't want to have a fight with this guy. But anyway, it was just one of the most crazy experiences of like life being mad to start with, being in a situation where I'm even making a music video, you know. And then it was so many years later, because even though it was only 5 years, it was just like a world of time where I'd been touring around the world, and it was such a trip. It was so cool to bump into you. But this is even cooler.
Yeah, this is even better. So then next time you come to New York, we are going to karaoke, and I'll buy you a makeup.
Metal Beard, by the way, has just said karaoke was definitely involved because you two were hitting that scene at the time.
Wait, what's that? Who said what?
So I think he was called King Metal Beard.
Oh yeah, all right. It's possible. Karaoke could have been on the table, but
just imagine if we went back in time, met at the bar, and went and did karaoke and sang Other Side of the World together.
I don't want to spoil that song for you.
I think we should do that in 20 years' time.
Let's do a reunion tour.
Yeah, a New York. We'll just get everyone in. We'll just invite everyone who's on this live. 20 years' time, New York, karaoke.
Karaoke jam. Let's do it.
So tell me about your jeans company, because you've obviously been doing that for a long time then.
I've been doing it for a while, and then I stopped for a minute because I was took like a corporate kind of job doing denim stuff, which was great.
Yeah. How did you get into that?
I think, my grandma was a seamstress. And
I love that.
Yeah.
What an art. What a skill. It's a skill I'd love to have.
It's just funny because it's not anything I ever thought I'd be into, but even as a young kid, like, I grew up in upstate New York. Everything I loved was like California and skateboarding and things that didn't exist in my world, right? So I would always be like, Grandma, can you taper my Dickies? Or Grandma, can you do this?
So cool.
Yeah, and then like I think when I was like 16, my friend's mom was throwing a sewing machine away. I took it home and I started there, and then
wow. So you taught yourself how to make them.
Yeah. And now it's just become like, like this morning I was on Facebook looking for a sewing machine. So all I do is look for ads. So, like turn into a real weirdo.
Well, so my boyfriend's a jiu-jitsu trainer. That's his background.
Oh, wow.
We've got this, and whenever we train, we love gis. And we're just like, we just want to wear gis all the time. So we're just like, how do we make gis that are clothes? Because they're so cool. But yeah, so sewing machine is top of our list. So we might have to get some sewing lessons from you.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So did you actually start a jeans company?
Yeah. So I've been doing it for a while. Also had like a denim repair company as well, because people are so attached to their jeans, and there's like so much finesse and nuance, and I'm not going to bore you with the details of like machines, because I'll start talking about that stuff all day. But
you never know. You might have found a new audience for sewing machine chat.
Oh my, yeah. But then, I had the brand. I was doing a brand in Japan for a while because they're so dead wild. So everything was being made out there. And then I kind of like all went on pause. During COVID, I was going to open a store. And then I ended up taking this job just as a consulting job. And it turned into a full-time thing. So, but now I'm back to it.
And tell us what the brand name is.
It's just my last name, Joswick.
Joswick, which is Joswick.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I need to get myself a pair of jeans.
Oh, you're on the team. Whatever you want.
But it's awesome. Now we're like, we've cleaned up the mess. We know exactly what happened. We nearly went to karaoke. There was nearly a fight between you and the guy that I was with. There's like there's so many sliding doors, possible offshoots. Like it's in my brain. I'm just thinking I could now like write an entire Other Side of the World inspired album of like possible sliding doors moments of what happened after that.
So alternate realities, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to check out what you've been doing, and I'm, you know, as a big lover of the environment and nature, that's awesome that you're doing repairs as well. It's such a great idea.
Yeah, it's something that I love to do.
Yeah. Hey, here's an idea. I'm just going through all my old stuff in my lockup because it's the big 20th anniversary of the record, the year after next. So we're doing lots of celebratory things, which is going to be fun. So we should do something together anyway to celebrate that. Another video, perhaps, where you don't need to punch a window this time.
Yeah, right.
Oh, by the way, what did you actually hit anything when you?
No, that's why it looks so crazy. And yeah, very dramatic bit of acting there.
Rapping and boom.
Yeah.
Did you just punch air?
Yeah, punched air.
Well, listen, it was extremely realistic.
I'm really just trying to be in the moment.
I believed it. I believed it 100%. But one of the things I was going to suggest, seeing as you do repair stuff as well, is we found a bunch of my old backdrops, which are kind of quite nice canvas material. And maybe we should pair up and do some pants.
Let's do a collab, some pants on the backdrop. We can do that.
You basically cut up these old backdrops that have been used for shows, and you can find pictures all over the place of the shows where these backdrops were used, and wear a pair of recycled, upcycled pants that used to be a show backdrop.
Let's do it.
I'd love to do that. And they're probably fire retardant.
Yeah, even better. You can throw a stunt into the mix, yeah.
That would be amazing. Shall we do that?
Let's go.
Awesome. And fans would they would absolutely love that. Imagine walking around in a pair of tour backdrop jeans made by you from the video.
Fireproof on top of everything, yeah.
I love it, but really, really excited to hear that you're having success with that. And please, everybody watching, go and check out Joswick. Is it just joswick.com?
It's not even a .com yet. I need to get this website sorted. That's like my...
You definitely do now.
What's that?
You definitely need to get it going now.
No, that's like before the end of the year, I hope.
All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll set up a pre-order so we know how many people want a pair.
All right, let's do it.
But I think that's a great idea. We can chuck something to charity from what we do.
And then we'll discuss your commission on the back end.
Exactly. We'll do our deals at the bar back in New York.
That's right. Exactly.
Sean, thank you so much.
Thanks. It's great
sharing. Did anyone have any questions, by the way? Does anyone want to ask anything? I always have a wee look through everyone's just absolutely loving the reunion. It's pretty special. I mean, when did this happen?
I think it's great. It's literally a story I've told like since that day, over. Yeah.
It's been a really good one. Well, everyone's just saying so much. Someone's saying, how much for the jeans? We haven't even fucking made them yet. Give it a chance. We've got to see how long it takes John to make them.
That's right.
He's like, yes, every pair of shorts took at least 375 hours to make. All right. Well, listen, everybody's loving it. What bar was it? Do you remember? The Dylan.
I remember. I don't remember the name of the bar. I remember it was in the East Village.
Yeah.
I remember it was like somewhere probably on Avenue C.
Well, it was somewhere that had a basement, wasn't it? Because the band were in the basement.
That's
and the bar was upstairs.
That's right.
Sycamore Girl was just asking how filming the video was for you, if you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then the funny thing is, the guy I'm fighting with in the video, I didn't know at the time, and now we're good friends in New York.
We should have him on as well.
His name is James Stone. Yeah, awesome guy.
James Stone. Shout out to James Stone for doing amazing stranger acting that led to friendship.
Yeah. Awesome guy.
Stranger fights.
That was such a good experience to do that.
Where in the world is Leanna is asking, did you know my stuff before you did the video? Did you know? Oh, there's James Stone.
Oh, he's on there.
Hi,
Shout out, my man.
When a fight can lead to love.
That's it.
It's a romance story for the ages.
I'll be honest, some of my closest friends, we didn't get on at first and probably did have a fight like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's how boys work.
Yeah, it could be.
Yes, so did you know who I was before you did the video was the question?
No, I didn't, to be honest. But you
Yeah.
talk like a guy who's listening to Oasis and Stone Roses. I'm like, real
Fool's Gold. Fool's
lame.
Gold
Yeah,
was one of the Stone Roses was one of the songs that got me into wanting to being a musician.
that's the sickest jam, and it goes on for like 10 minutes.
Best,
So,
the weirdest music video. Loved it.
so
Someone
good.
else was just asking earlier if you're still acting at all.
No, not really. I'll do a little thing here and there, not so much acting stuff, but like sometimes the model stuff, like a little J. Crew thing here and there, but
Yeah.
mostly just strictly denim, really.
Love it. I love it. You've got to our age and it's just like the stately beard. That's the thing that gets you the good shoots.
But it comes and it goes, right? It's like like how the Italians do it. They grow it, they shave it. They grow it
Yeah,
back.
I know. Yeah. And so do you ever do modeling for your own stuff?
Well, it's funny because like sometimes I will post something on Instagram, but then I need to start shooting like archive stuff and lookbook stuff.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't feel comfortable to do it. It's weird because
it's weird.
It's just not.
I still find doing photo shoots weird. That's my job.
Yeah, but that's different though. You know what I mean? Like it's you, where it's like, I'm doing this brand that's for other people essentially. I mean, of course, like I wear it, but it's for other people really. So then it's like, I don't know, it seems weird to be in it where it's like, oh, this guy.
No, I totally get it. But yeah, when we do these backdrop jeans, we're gonna make sure you get a huge bump in interest and attention on what you're doing. So it's really, really cool what you're doing.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah, of course. Well, listen, we'll stay in touch. People are asking what we might be doing. Oh, someone's asking you where you got your sweater, by the way.
Oh, my buddy does a brand called Bianca Chandon.
They're all making their own clothes. It's amazing. Tell us the brand again.
It's called Bianca Chandon. It's this guy Alex Olsen. He's a pro skateboarder and he has a fashion brand. Yeah, but he makes cool stuff.
Love a bit of waffle.
Yeah, same. I'm hot on a mesh always. Summer.
Is there just an age thing where you suddenly love waffle? You love waffle knit.
Something you got to ease into. It's not.
I think it's like maybe around 37. You're like, waffle knit.
Yeah, I'm in the market for.
Amazing. All right. Well, listen. People are asking what's going to happen around the anniversary. Don't worry. Great things. Lots of things. But I really think one thing I will commit to is you and I singing Other Side of the World at karaoke in 2025 in New York.
You're on. Let's do it.
Amazing. Sean, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Well, have a great holiday, and I'm super happy to see you again.
You too. I'm really happy to meet you properly.
Let's keep in touch for
in
sure.
a clear-headed way, and the fans have just absolutely loved it and really grateful for you coming on. So lots of love. Happy holidays. We'll be in touch.
Same. See you. Thank you.
Bye. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye.